Retro gaming is super best in CRT. I mean, look at these scan lines. That bearded dude on the Reddit talking about how owning a CRT is a remarkable change in video game. You know, the so-called cool retro gamers out there. Literally every single one on the internet keeping on talking about owning a mother freaking CRT TV. So I have to get it. So I bought this Panasonic CRT, which has component input, which makes a lot of sense since component is 480i, but these so-called video purists out there, oh god, this retro RGB guy. I mean, I can't say there is a difference between RGB and component because both look so similar. I mean, just look at these. This is red, green, blue. Looks cool, right? I was really excited to fire up my PSP 3000 with component cables, and I shared it to my friend that, hey bro, I got CRT. And then he said, oops, there's a convergence issue. This tube is highly reused. I mean, look at those colors. Look at those corners, you know? I mean, it's okay, not worth more paying than like $50 for the CRT. But hey, I paid around like 3,500 rupees. Of course it is Panasonic. But then I was experiencing some flickering issue and people telling me that it might be some flyback transformer issue. So I immediately started checking out some Facebook Marketplace in India and I found some Sony Trinitron KV AR212M83. I mean, oh god, Sony, why can't you rename products so well? Like literally every Sony products I have seen has such a weird names like XB900N, like WMF 1005 or 105, like blah blah blah, things like that. Sounds like some high class technology, but of course Sony makes very high fidelity products for sure. It is perfect way of Japanese capitalism, which is to make products which last forever. I can't believe this Sony CRT is like made in 2004, but it is still going strong. Of course it is a bad boy with super heaviness. In fact, I even fall by carrying this outside and raining, you know? And dude, it was super freaking heavy that I got some injuries with the CRT. So yeah, this is your ultimate Sony Trinitron consumer CRT, which has component, S-video, and of course composite. Well, luckily I have this Mr. FPGA which outputs analog video. So this device have RGB, YPBPR, and of course composite out to fire up your lovely retro gaming machines. And dude, just look at these scan lines. It is super romantically attracting to retro gaming dorks like me. So when you load up Super Nintendo, Genesis or NES with these component cables hooked up, I mean just look at these image quality. It is super intense. Like super freaking intense, like it is made for this thing. The greatest thing about the Sony Trinitrons is they use a partial grill technology, unlike the slot mask, you know, the shadow mask or dot mask, all of these masks these TV have, you know. But dude, the Sega Saturn and PS1 looks absolute jam on the CRT too. I mean, just colors, the vibes, you know, the feeling, you know, this FPS issue some people have, you just won't be able to see it from your naked eye. I mean, my camera is trying super hard to capture this beautiful footages for you, you know. By the way, I'm using like a Filmic Pro application to capture all of these footages, you know, from my freaking Samsung phone, you know. Anybody can do it, I guess. Just use Filmic Pro application. But also, just look at this. This Sony CRT has headphone jack too, if you are that kind of guy. And I was literally checking out every NES games from Mr. to see how the vibe feels. And people have been loving it since. And I've been streaming non-stop 11 hours on this TV, playing every NES games. I mean, just to check them out. Of course, I'm not gonna beat all of them on live stream. But not a single time I have experienced any issues so far in the CRT. This experience has been super mind-blowing to me. I think this bad boy is meant to last. I think so. Now I realized why people actually prefer buying the Sony Trinitrons in retro community, as their tubes are very high quality. And back in the day, these CRTs were known as like a rich people's TV back then. The manufacturing of this TV is quite different as it uses a partial grill technology. And I think I'm going to rock this bad boy a lot in upcoming days on my live streams. And I've been rocking out since, you know. I mean, you can always join my live streams to find out what I'm exactly playing. But here's one thing I noticed about the CRT. Like, if you turn on this, dynamic feature, and if you can literally, a dork like me who can literally go inside TV, and you might see some little bit of blurriness. I don't know why. It's probably like the Sony's best technology, I guess. It's like if it's too much bright, it will look slightly blurry. But if you go back a little from the distance, it will look super crisp, you know. So I think so using this personal is way better, as you can tone down the brightness and then you can watch the image clearly as soon as possible. I mean, over here, if you really want to make that difference between how this scan line look between somebody's Panasonic or somebody's like other CRT TV versus your premium Sony Trinitron CRT, I mean, a lot of people out there have this type of, like comparison type of the feelings, so-called purist or something, because they want pure. But yeah, that's the difference I've noticed so far in the Sony CRT. I think so I highly recommend using this personal method because it is really interesting. Like, you can literally stare and see how clear it is. At the same time, you can literally sit back and see how clear it is. But if you want some brightness or contrast, this high graphical type of the light coming out from your CRT, then yeah, you can use a dynamic. That's the only difference I've noticed so far. So there it goes, my experience with the Sony Trinitron so far. Do I love it? Absolutely. Will I keep on enjoying it? Absolutely. Will I buy another CRT? Absolutely. Will I get another freaking Sony Trinitron? Abso-freaking-lutely. This thing is the best thing that retro gamers can ever have, I guess. Not just retro gamers, if you are just, the so-called retro enthusiast out there, please don't mind. Please mind my, my pronunciations. I still try hard to speak, to communicate with every single one out there, But yeah, I mean, the CRT is super awesome. I think so. This is the best thing ever exist, I would say. I have no complaints. I have literally nothing to say about this. But I think so. If you ever get all of these CRT in your garage sale, or like somebody dropped out, somebody just throwing out the trash or something because they want to get rid of, or they want to buy some Sony QLED or some things like that, then I think so you should highly get the CRT. Even if you're getting for free, get it. If somebody's charging $100, slightly get it. Or if somebody's literally just doesn't want to get rid of it, I would say go out and steal from his house or her house, I would say. But I think, yeah, I would say highly recommend this CRT. It's a best TV ever exist, I would say. So I guess thank you so much for watching. Sorry I didn't have to repeat the same line over and over again, but of course this Trinitron got me. The Trinitron. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys made it so far and watching my dorky video from a dork guy from India. Anyways, have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night, and I hope girls love you.